Summer, the time of the year that everyone loves. This season is often used to sleep and recharge the batteries before coming back to work. It's also a season where, most of the time, you travel a lot, either to your local beach or maybe either another city, maybe a coastal one where you can dip your toes in the seawater. And I am no different. I travel to the beautiful seacoast of Emilia-Romagna. You probably know me though, I love racing, and even when I'm on vacation... Yep, here I am, inside a car with a helmet on. And today we are at the Happy Valley Kart for 2 races. Almost a kilometer long, this track is very technical, with a very twisty first and third sector and a fast second one, although it still has a chicane which could be very hard to pull off. We also have a special guest today, my dad. He wanted to try out karting, and so who am I to say no? Now he just needs to clear away some cobwebs, but I think he has what it takes to be good. And fortunately he can easily do that in this first race, because we are the only one racing. It's the first turn of the day, and we have the sheer luck to be the only one on track. We'll check on him on a moment, and now, as always, let's just see a full lap of the track of today. Now some laps have passed. Let's check on my dad, shall we? Yeah, apparently he's not having a lot of fun here. Meanwhile, on my side of the garage, the situation is quite different. Now, obviously, not a lot of interesting thing happened on this race, so I'll skip the majority of it, and we will just skip forward to the next one. Com'è?
Questo è un cesso. Non prenderlo.
Ok.
Poi tu considera che io sarà 30 anni che non guido un kart.
Dai, sei stato bravo comunque.
Cioè, lo sterzo non me lo sentivo per niente bene.
No, il mio sembrava andasse bene. Il mio sembrava andasse bene.
Ma tu la provavi.
One race down, another one follows. This time though, we're not just me and my dad, but there's a full grid racing with us. We are 11 in total. We paid a ticket to enter and we're in the race. The first part of the race was quite calm, except some errors here and there. things are getting spicier though, because up ahead of me there's a big group of Kart just asking to be overtaken. I quickly do so with the first two on the main straight and even before the first turn, but after making it I thought I saw my father in the distance, and after checking I was doing an impressive blocking job and I decided to take advantage of it, and probably as you'll hear now I was quite pleased of his performance. And after making turns 6 and 7, and also thanks to the great job done by my father, we're off everyone's tail. My father let me through, and we're immediately glued to the next guy. I tried to overtake him before the chicane, but no luck. After some bumps here and there though, I slide on the inside, and there's no problem completing the move, even before the next turn. I immediately set my eyes on the two next targets. I don't know if I'll be able to reach them, but after some laps of quite clean racing, if I can say so myself, it is clear that I'm faster than them. We do two completely different lines here, as we approach the back straight. Let's see what type of line it takes in the chicane. I go just a little bit closer to the inside curve here, and we're off to a great launch. Let's see if we can attempt a dive bomb here. Oh, but it goes very wide, and so we get one position higher. We then start to chip away slowly, hundreds of a second from the Kart ahead of us. As we now go quite wide at the last corner here, and we're now in touching distance. We now approach the first corner once again, and he does it just a little bit better than me, and so he gains some margin over me. We are now also approaching a back marker here at the S's. Let's see if we can overtake him here. Ooh, almost made contact here. I've even got scared and slowed down. As we approach the back straight here once again, we make almost the same exact line, so we don't lose all the time. Even here at the chicane we are almost equal. I just make the corner a tiny bit closer to the inside curve, so I get a better launch, and I try to get a diamond on turn 11, and so we arrive at sector 3. Quite twisty, as I said before when presenting the circuit, and it gets a little bit over me here as we do the first left and right. Well, but the last one, I get a great exit. And now we're on his state, and he gets wide at the last corner, and I slide through on the inside. Overtake down even before turn 1. Seems like a vibe today. Other than cruising around my dad once again, and almost losing the position for a slow back marker, I came home in a P3, and my dad came home in a respectable P9 after the 11, which is really good, guys.
I'm sorry.
Where the hell are you?
It happened again.
Oh, do you think it was the end? Oh, you will be surprised. Some days have passed at the other races in the Happy Valley Kart, and we are today racing in the Mare karting. After the end of the Happy Valley Kart, you can probably see that originally this circuit was created for pit bikes, but they decided to also bring on karts, and honestly, I'm not sad about it. And just like before at the Happy Valley, it's time for a full lap of this circuit. The track is very short but also quite narrow, so I got kinda stuck on a train of people. problem? Spinning a random guy around. But even that didn't really solve that problem. After finally overtaking him though, I calmed a bit down. Maybe even summed up some loneliness helped. Qualifying ended. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, this first session that I did was a mix of free practice in the first 5 minutes and qualifying in the last 5.
Come sono andate?
Ah, non lo so io.
Ah, ok.
Devo sentire dove hai fatto il bigliettino.
Ah, ok, va bene.
Giovanni, giù di là.
Quarto. Quarto.
Before here, my first time in a new truck, well, I can really be happy. And after a small break to chill out, we're back on the track for the main race. As you see right now, we are getting on track again, but not for racing, but firstly to form the grid. And as the lights go out, we start the race. Not we start for me though, as the 3 ahead zip away after turn 1. I managed though to get a lot closer to them after turn 2, as I jump a bit off the curb. Second and third get a bit slow down on turn 5 for all their fighting, and I get side by side with number 75, but I have to give a position back because he has the lane advantage. I continue to stay attached to him as we reach the U-turn here. I get on the inside. Oh, but he fully turns into me! And not happy, he bounced me at the next corner. I don't want to say amazing on purpose though, so we continue our race. And after some turns later, he bumps his way through me. He gets ahead of me at the next turn. We do a tighter line here at the first hairpin, and we get on his tail right after that, even bumping on him. We now reach the infamous U-turn where he cuts us off before. I don't want to make a move here because I'm not as close as before. So we take a wider line trying to switch back, but it doesn't really go that well because it blocks us at the exit of the next turn. Another lap starting, and as we reach turn 1, he gets very defensive, so I take a wider line once again. And whoa, it was almost contact here. If I've stayed put with my foot down, there surely been a contact there. As I lose the back end of my kart, as you can probably hear from my screen, I do the same exact lines I did before as he bunny hops on his seat out of this turn to gain a bit of speed out of the corner. I try the same exact move here in turn 13, but still can't do the switchback. He's blocking me very well out of turn 15. As we get into the main straight, he bunny hops again to gain some speed, but I get a great run out of the last turn. I get on the inside and overtake him even before the first turn. You can probably hear that I wasn't particularly happy with how this guy was driving. I can understand an error, I can understand doing it on person once, I can even understand it doing it twice, but now it's a bit too much. Another great launch on the main straight. And once again get ahead of him. Oh, but he turned into me once again. I shoved him off on the side and I go defensive in turn 2. He's still there. I get wide on purpose on the next turn, so he gets out of the ideal trajectory as with this small straight before the right turn. Oh, he bumps me again and almost put me in the wall. Okay, this is becoming insufferable. We bump draft him before reaching the next corner, and oh, there's contact! He goes off! We watch our back and we see someone pretty close to us in the main straight. That's not the guy who was fighting for the entire race. He's another guy. We're fighting so much that he gets a lot of time on us. We get a little bit wide and he is already on our side and he gets ahead of us for the lane advantage. I saw the other guys behind us and I don't want to let him pass. He is on the outside and I'm squeezing out a bit, similarly how he's done before. For the first time in the straight, we are on the outside. He is very defensive on the inside, so I stay a little bit away from him, so I let you do the turn and I switch back in a very fashion way. He blocked me and another one on the inside bumps me away, but I'm having no more of it. I'll keep my line until the next right corner and I preserve my position. Yep, it's still me here. We aren't backing out of a centimeter from this fight. As you can probably see here, as I go side by side with him, but I don't have the speed out of the corner to do what I did for the entirety of the race. He goes very wide here in turn 2, he even bumps on a barrier on the inside of the turn 3, and so he gets really slowed down. Unfortunately, he keeps his lines, so he cannot overtake me out of this turn. We arrive at the hairpin of turn 10 and 11 and he almost gets launched off the track. Big opportunity for me as I get on his ride, but he keeps the position as he done in DL racing line. We're doing DL line out of this turn, so we are as fast as we could be, and at the exit of the next one, slight bump on the rear right tire of the Kart ahead of me as we start the final lap of this race. A race which was full of emotions, but not the right ones. We continue to follow when suddenly yeah, no, this situation is really getting on my nerves now. We'll call this track Bump Town for how many bad drivers there are here. For now though, we just have to prepare for trouble and make it double, as now there are 2 bad drivers to contend with. We don't waste any time as we bump draft him, and on the inside we get through of the first one. Angry as ever, I try another switchback to try to overcome also the other one, but it's not working, And as the race comes to a close, I let out a lot of my anger.
Ho visto tutto, non ti preoccupare. Stai tranquillo,
Sì,
hai lottato bene.
Now, before I end the video, I just wanna say sorry to the guy I raced with for all the bad words I said to him, but you cannot race like that, really. This wasn't a race, it was a bumper car show. I also say this to you, to become a better racer. But let's just stay positive and say that my dad, after the race, without me knowing, actually bought me a trophy of the circuit. Okay, I think it's all for this episode. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you another time.